What's up, y'all? If you guys don't know, it's been about a week or so since the Nas versus Briscoe undisputed pay per view hosted by Ball's Life and Off the Dribble. Um, I was at the event. It was a great event. At first, I was gonna do kind of like a similar video that I did with the Summer Jam, which was kind of like going over every matchup, the winner, and how I felt about it, how the matchup went. I was gonna do that, but I'm be honest, I did not have the energy for that at all. I did not. Um, and plus, there's a big elephant in the room that everybody has kind of addressed, except for me. And I was kind of waiting for everybody to get their I was waiting for everybody to get their opinions out, just so I can give mine out right now. First of all, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Um, Upload schedule ain't been like that lately, but we're gonna get back on it. Um, First matchup. I'm gonna go over the pay per view first, and then we're gonna talk about the Nas versus Briscoe matchup last. First matchup was Dom versus Akil Aka Crime Stopper. Dom won that. Dom has become one of the most underrated people in the space, if you ask me. I think his performance against Carr was a statement win. Because it shows that that he can play a top guy and be decent. Aside from, and not saying that Kill Carr is a top guy in only one space, but you get what I'm saying. Like he's starting to move up the ranks. Um, I'd say he's a top 15, if you want to stretch it, top 10 player right now. So that was a great win for him. He's been going crazy recently. So shout out to Left Hand Dom. The second game was Nesco versus Ty Lawson, which I can make a video about that game in itself and how I felt about that game. Bro, the gym, bro, I literally lost my voice during that game. It was crazy. Nesco won 30-1. That could be a video in itself. Y'all let me know if y'all want that video, because I have a lot to say about that one. Um, the third game was what Bruce versus Zay. That game was a great game. Two street stars, two friends going at it. Zay won by 3, I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken. I know Zay won the game. Shout out to Zay, shout out to Bruce. It was a great game between two friends. Um, Fourth one, it was either, I think it was LP versus JQ. LP won, as I predicted. Also, side note for this event, I went like 6 for 6 on my predictions, I'm gonna be honest. So, you feel me? Shout out to me. I just know ball. I know ball. You feel me? LP won that one. It was closer than I expected. I didn't expect JQ to get as many buckets as he did. Shout out to LP. Shout out to JQ. I think was it fifth game. I think it was 6 games. It was fourth or fifth game. It was Scoo versus Nitty. It was a great game. Shout out to both of them. Scoo won in a comeback win. I thought Nitty was gonna win. I think Nitty had him 29-20 at some point. Scoob came all the way back as in classic Scoob fashion. So shout out to Scoob. Shout out to Nitty. It was a great game. But then here's what I want to talk about. Nas versus Isaiah Briscoe. Now, coming into this matchup, I had my suspicions about Briscoe. Cause I'm gonna be honest, bro. I'm gonna be honest. Since he ducked the first one, I don't like him, bro. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it a beam, man. I'm gonna keep it a beam, bro. I lost respect for him. He ducked. So then it happened, and immediately I had my doubts. I was literally there. I was in the gym. I was like, yo, will he even show up? Will he even show up? He shows up. I'm like, okay. Will he put the jersey on? I'm thinking he's about to find any way out of this he can to get out of it. And by the end of this, you're gonna know he probably did. He puts the jersey on. He gets ready. So I'm like, all right, I'm ready for the game. Game starts. Nas starts out killing him. I think it was like 18-4 at some point. I'm not gonna talk too much about what happened. Because there's clips out there. Everything I'm about to say, you can verify with clips. I don't really have the energy to edit. I just want to give my opinion. I just want to talk about it. I want to give my opinion how I felt about it. Because it's too big of a situation to be ignored. Also, on a positive note, this got a lot of people outside of the 1v1 space talking about the 1v1 space. and I feel like a proud father for some reason. I feel like a proud father. I've been on TikTok the past few days. I've seen a lot of edits about these women players. I've seen a lot of Nas edits, Rob edits. Um, I've seen like podcasts and stuff that I watch talking about them. Is talking about the Isaiah Briscoe. I seen Rod, the Philly streamer, big streamer. I think top 10 in the world. He was talking about it. It's amazing to see um so many people talk about something that I'm very passionate about. Something I have a lot of interest in. Getting back to the game now. So also I'm at your age. If you guys didn't see the story, but so um it was 18-4 at some point. Nas was killing Briscoe. It's the end of the game that gets shaky for me, and just this whole game in general. Now I want to say this: when people talk about, and here's one problem I have with what happened. If you guys don't know, the one main situation, the one main problem that came from the Nas Vs Briscoe, it was a lot of people were on the court. Now, do I think that's a problem? I'm gonna be honest a little bit. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to y'all. I think it's a problem if it gets to that point. Like if it gets to that point, the point that it reached, I think it's crazy. Or even levels before that, because I see no problem with people being on the court. I think, but when it starts to interfere with the game, I think that's the problem. You know what I mean? Because like it's not like we're like what in the NBA game where everybody's sitting down in the stands, right? It's a 1v1 game. Y'all not using that other half of the court. You feel me? I think if the crowd, right, because the crowd's at half court, you feel me? If okay, I think the hash mark on the court is all right. Y'all take away the hash mark, y'all good. You feel me? But when it gets to that point, it makes, not only does it make the city and the culture in the city look bad, because it made New York and Jersey look bad. You feel me? I see a lot of people talking about, oh, it was Jersey or it was New York. It was both. It was both of y'all. It was both of y'all. It was probably more Jersey than New York, but it was both of y'all. You feel me? But when it gets to that point, people are gonna be looking at ball is life and off the dribble crazy. Like, yo, get this event straight. And then you gonna watch TNC, everybody's sitting down. Like, I don't want that to spark up a conversation of who's better than who. Because I'm more of a off the dribble balls life type of guy, but I might tune into some next chapter. You feel me? I like watching the next chapter, but I'm more of a off the dribble balls life type of guy, and I hate seeing the debates on who's better because what both have their pluses and negatives. You feel me? Both have their benefits. Like off the dribble, you hear more trash talk. You get to see better, more top 5 guys, more top 10 guys. Over the next chapter, you get a little bit more cleaner hoop, better. I'll even say at some points higher quality. Um, but yeah, both of them have had their benefits. Both of them have what they're good at and what they're not good at. So I hate to see those conversations spark up. But yeah, dude, seeing all those people on the court were crazy, and hearing that somebody's live was threatening, specifically the referees, because allegedly I didn't hear this at all, but I heard from Devin Lab and a few other people that, dude, the guys on the court were threatening the refs' lives, and apparently they were with Briscoe. And dude, I'm gonna be honest, man. I know a lot of people had money on that game, but bro, I'm gonna be honest, it ain't never that serious, bro. Something, bro. Just cause the ref call a foul don't mean he gotta die. You feel me? It's never that serious. It's basketball. Feel me? So what if a guy loses, bro? Even if you have money on it, he don't gotta die just cause the other guy beat him. Like, you feel me? It never has to get to that point. And if it really did happen, cause again, I wasn't near it. I wasn't near the situation that happened. So I can't say for sure if it was true or false, but it don't sound too far fetched. I'm gonna just say that. Um, That was one situation that happened. So yeah, dude, it was a crazy game. It was a crazy event. And honestly, and I said this, the event had so much potential, bro. From the first game, the gym was lit, bro. From the first game, the gym was lit. It was a bunch of great basketball, bro. It was hype. You feel me? There were still people on the court, but it didn't affect the game. I just, and again, it's crazy because that's gonna spark up the next chapter versus off the dribble debate, and I hate that. But bro, it was in the making of such a great event, bro. And dude, the last game that was supposed to be the main event, everybody came to see it, was ruined. It was ruined. Now, let me give you my thoughts and opinions on it because it was crazy. It was very much crazy. I think personally, yeah, I heard this. Someone threw this out there, but it didn't really get much shine on it. But I do think this might have been it. And maybe this is me with my bias. And I'm not saying anybody's a bad person or anything. Don't get my words twisted. But I think that was orchestrated, bro. I think that was planned from the moment the game got announced. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think we watched a live hijacking of an event. What do I mean by that? So obviously, Isaiah Briscoe was from Jersey. The event was in New York. Jersey, very close to New York. For me, it was like a 3-4 hour drive. You feel me? It was like a 3-4 hour drive. You feel me? So, all right. But Jersey is only like an hour or two drive, as far as I know. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, bro. It's late at night right now, so don't get me doing any math. But yeah, so there's a lot of Jersey guys there to support their guy Briscoe, which is completely fair, right? So um yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I think it might have been a hijacking or whatever the word you want to use for it. Um, I think it was purposeful for that to happen, and it's very unfortunate that it did happen. It's unfortunate that it's even considered to be a purposeful hijacking of an event. Um, so yeah, I think it was on purpose. I think it was on purpose, man, and it's crazy. It's crazy that that's even a thought. But knowing Isaiah Briscoe, man, he ducked the first one, bro. He ducked the first one. I don't know what we expected from a guy who outright refused. Bro, he signed the contract. Let me explain. If you guys don't know, first one, he said he had to go to China and be a professional or whatever. Which means one of two things. He signed a contract before and then still proceeded to say he had to go to China, right? That's duck potential number one. Duck potential number two. He knew he had to go to China and still signed the contract. So he ducked either way. So I didn't even expect him to show up to the gym, let alone play. And well, he did, and yeah, you know, uh, the play that's going around that made him because he quit. I forgot to mention that, and I'm so sorry. He quit. He quit. Um, what happened was, I can't believe this is a debate right now. So he had the ball, right? He had the ball. He was holding it. Now Nas is like, let's say Nas is right here. He had the ball right here, and there's a bunch of people surrounding them, of course, right? So he's right here. Nas hits the ball, which in 1v1 is a turnover. If you have the ball and I'm defending you and I hit the ball out of your hands, that's a turnover. Everybody knows that. Everybody plays by that rule. It doesn't matter if you're on the next chapter, off the dribble, ball is life, June's league, just different hoops. it doesn't matter. Fernhill hoops. It doesn't matter. Everybody knows that rule. Everybody plays by that rule because it's a fair rule. That happens. Not Briscoe whines like a little baby and says, "If I don't get the ball back, I'm not playing." Nas is like, "That's the call. That's a turnover." And I'm pretty sure you could find a clip somewhere. Again, I don't really have the energy to edit this. I just want to get my thoughts out, my opinions out right now. Um, dude, if you can find the clip, I guarantee you on some type of video looking at. If you look up Isaiah Briscoe versus Nasir Core, click on a video, you probably see the clip. It's so obvious, bro, and it's so obvious, and it's sad that this guy got the main event. Genuinely, like in this so little time, I've lost so much respect for him, bro. Because not only do you duck the first one, I can respect it if you duck the first one, you come in, you play fair, but you sit here and you quit over a blatantly obvious rule that everybody plays by. Not only that, there is a possibility that you might have gotten this game hijacked or just this whole event. That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me, bro. That is really crazy to me. And it says that it's even considered, but knowing him, it probably was, bro. It probably was purposeful. And I hate to say that. I hate to make assumptions about people, but man, bro, when you have the track record that he does, especially with me from my point of view, you can't just be a pro and come in and disrespect the space. Ty Lawson, bro. Take Ty Lawson for example. Ty Lawson he got his butt beat. That's all I'm gonna say, bro. He got belt put to him, bro. 30-1. But Ty Lawson didn't get his people to come on the court and hijack the game. Ty Lawson took the belt. Even when even against Nesco the first time, bro. Yeah, he quit. But be real, it was a controversial call. It was. It's still debated to this day. They were talking about it in the face-off, I'm pretty sure. They were like, yo, Nesco said, yo, be honest, did I touch the ball? It's still debated. So, you know, but at least Ty Lawson, and it was such a slap in the face to not just to Nas, not just off Joe, not just the ball's life, but to the whole 1v1 space that we sit here and let a pro get a main event, one that he should have had like 2-3 months ago, mind you. We let him walk into the space, get what was supposed to be 2 main events. He ducks the first one. We still gave him one, and he comes in and does this. That's what we allow in here, and that's crazy. As a great enjoyer and viewer and content creator in the space, bro, we can't sit and allow that. And I don't want to see no more pros get a main event spot. Put them in a Ty Lawson situation where they gotta play. All right, and it's crazy to call Nesco a mid Carter because you're really not. But don't let them play the top dog. Don't let them play Nas immediately or Rob, depending on whoever wins in their matchup, right? But bro, don't sit here and let them let them get into a main event spot just because of past trash talk. No, it's such a sad situation, and it ruined what was supposed to be. I think what could have been the greatest pay-per-view of all time. I think that one had the making to be better than TNC 01, TNC 02, and the first and Summer Jam. I think that one could have been way better. And Nas was gonna beat him like bad. Like I said, it was like 18-4 at some point, bro. It was getting bad. It was like, do I even want to say worse than the frigate game? Maybe it was getting bad, bro, and it was treacherous. It was, bro. I'm telling you, bro. All you have to do is just do your research, bro, and look at the clips. It was getting bad for Briscoe, and I think Nas won it. I don't want to see a rematch. That's one that I keep saying. I don't want to see a rematch. Nas won that fair and square. Fair and square. Nas won that. If you want to see Briscoe won, you got to put an asterisk next to it. Nas won that fair and square. And I'm low key mad at Nas too for not finishing the game because he had a couple opportunities to finish the game. But for the last 30 minutes of the game, Briscoe was on offense and it was foul, foul, free throw, foul, foul, free throw. And the guy was grabbing his towel. Like, and I'm be honest, bro. And again, I don't like seeing negative things about these players. But and I told Frank Nitty this too, bro. I was sitting next to him after the game. I seen Isaiah Briscoe. I was like, yo, this dude looks out of shape. He does. And then he said, yo, nah, he's built like that. Like, he's built like a pit bull. And I was like, all right. He looked out of shape, bro. Like he looked like 2021 James Harden. Okay, that might be a little crazy. But he looked like how do I say this? He looked like James Harden after the fat suit, but was still chubby. You get he looked like James Harden before he got traded to the Sixers. That's how I would like to put it. You feel me? Like he didn't look fat, but you feel me? Like he looked a little chubby, bro. I think he was out of shape. And I'm not gonna use that as an excuse against him. Because you had all this time that you gave yourself to get in shape. And since you're such a pro, you should be able to be in shape. But, he's gonna make his excuses. Nas won, fair and square. No rematch. And next time, bro, can we get some better security? Dev said that there was 100 people that didn't pay that walked in free. Can we get some better security, bro? I I want to sit here and say that um off the dribble and Balls Life tried to get the best security that they could. And if they did, there's really nothing you can do about it. The security was more focused on watching the game than actually being security. Uh, but let's get better security. And if the security don't do their job, don't pay them at all. I don't want to say that, but it's the truth. If the security's not doing the job, don't pay them at all. Um, I mean that's my thoughts and pains on this game. I hope next pay per view, which I heard is gonna be in like February to March, that range. Um, I hope it's better. I hope we have better security. And better yet, bro, can we get some better security, bro? Like, I'm not gonna like. Can we get some better security? And can we get a pro that's not gonna duck and try to get his people on the court? Matter of fact, can we just not have Isaiah Briscoe ever be in a 1v1 space again? Since he's such a pro, leave him to overseas. Leave him to overseas. Let him go do that. Because I'm telling you right now, the 1v1 space is on such a good trajectory right now. It's going up more and more by the day. We have no time for that. We have no time for that. We don't have no time for guys like him to be coming in here and disrespecting the space like he did. Genuinely, I don't want to see him ever play again. I don't. I would rather see Ty Lawson play again than to see Isaiah Briscoe play again. Because I feel like Ty Lawson can actually beat some of these guys and he doesn't have to duck. Ty Lawson will actually play. Even if he loses, which he did to Nesco, he'll still play. He'll still give his full effort. You feel me? I'd rather see Ty Lawson in that position than Isaiah Briscoe. I don't want to see Isaiah Briscoe ever play again. Same thing with Kyrie Walker. And Kyrie Walker was better than Isaiah Briscoe. I don't know if I would say skill wise, but he at least tried, bro. Same with Ty Lawson. Same with the Kill Car. Same with pretty much anybody that was on that card, or as any pro that has played in the space fair and tried their best. I would rather see them than Isaiah Briscoe. That's my opinion. That's my thoughts. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts in the comments below. Y'all let me know how y'all feeling. Y'all let me know if y'all agree or disagree with me. Cause man, bro, dude, it was such a great event. But yeah, yeah, man, stay blessed, stay positive, and I'll see y'all in the next video.
Yeah, you always on my mind. I be in my bag, shorty, I ain't wasting time. And baby, all for you, yeah, my life is on the line. I'ma spin around, you know I can't drop it down. I can't drop it down.